Yeah, brothers, that coach, for real. It's your favorite eye. Don't forget your favorite. Yeah. You tailor-made my room. Can't find it, it's custom. The hood style, they boots. No worry, it's custom. Smuggling is true. Trying to make it through custom. Running around with that proof. These fringes, I rock customary. These fringes, I rock customary. Rock 12 stones, they customary. Rock 12 stones, they customary. Workforce, I'm a workhorse. Your whole word take a big voice. I'm not the one, I'm a decoy. A soldier ready for a deploy. I'm a man, not a D-boy. Build up, I don't destroy. Righteous living what I enjoy. Kick it flavor, Bruce Leroy. Forget the dark and get my light on. You want the scripts, brother, right on. Forever water, keep my sight on. Forget a week, put the might on. Sharp sword for a python. Sweet living, leave tight one. Well, it's a dose of some miscellaneous. A correction, not a compliment. Big brute facts up. Got my back on my suits. Rule out the roof. Couple vintage in the juice. Vineyard we managing. The faint heart stay vanishing. A 613 mannequin. Mighty one stuffed in a man. You're not your who, I ain't standing down. Protect the law, ain't no playing around. Boss man ain't the one for it. They're not a law, that's a man down. You can see it on the daily. Watching baby killing babies. Whole world gone crazy. Lost sheep, let it stray. He tailor-made my room. Can't find it, it's custom. The hood style, they boots. No worry, it's custom. Smuggling is true. Trying to make it through custom. Running around with that proof. These fringes, I rock customary. These fringes, I rock customary. Rock 12 stones, they customary. Rock 12 stones, they customary. He tailor-made my room. Can't find it, it's custom. The hood style, they boots. No worry, it's custom. Smuggling is true. Trying to make it through custom. Running around with that proof. These fringes, I rock customary.
Shalom, shalom, Yasharala. Hope everyone's well. Hope everyone got prepped for the Shabbat day. I hope you experience shalom on Shabbat day. And for those of you who do not know about shalom, it's a peace that surpasses all peace. It can only come from one place. That source, that place, is Abba Yahuwah, the Most High. You should never get it twisted when you approach and address the Most High. Would you approach a king, a sovereign, the way these candy-ass, quote-unquote, believers approach the Most High? They call him whatever they want. They get it so twisted that suicide can be the only explanation for their actions. You wouldn't go up before the throne of a king and talk to him any way you like. You come correct when you come to the Most High. You don't get it twisted. He's our wonderful creator. He created you and me and all that you see. He gets all honor, all praise, all glory, and all esteem all the time. If you come correct, You bow your knee. You lay out on your face. And you recognize what time it is and just who he is. And you understand who you ain't. You know your role, you play your part, and you're thankful to play it. If you're an employee like me, you've got no problem giving all esteem. You understand that Abba Yahuwah, that's his name, is the boss. He calls all the shots. He supplies that peace that surpasses all understanding. It's a peace that if you put it on display, the haters of the world, and there's a lot of them, scratch their head when you use it. When things happen to you that happen to them that make them curl into the fetal position and suck their thumb, it causes all panties to get twisted. But when you understand who everyone is, that peace that the Most High supplies causes you to wear a big old smile on your face when that happens to you. That which, when it happened to them, made them bend and break. They have no strength. They give no esteem. But you and me, we give all esteem to the Most High. I figured tonight we would go back to John chapter 10 and chapter 6 to look at the chapter that changed everything for me, which is chapter 6. It made me know beyond the shadow of a doubt just who I am, my role in this whole scenario, my destiny. It gave me the confidence to go out on any limb, to know for sure, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that I will live and reign and rule forever with the Most High and the Messiah, the Lamb. Most of quote-unquote believers roll their eyes when they hear someone like me talking with such confidence, saying things like, I know for sure I am going to be granted eternal life. But even in their assemblies, it's taught that you can know for sure where you're headed. But oddly, they don't like hearing someone who's bowdy. You see, around the time I found chapter 6, my life changed. I realized I not on my own merit, but because of my thirst for truth and the fact that I came to the Messiah and I was thirsty. And because of that, he let me know that I'm a son of the Most High. And I am unlike the haters of the world. I can walk around with my chest poked out, not boasting in myself, boasting in the Most High, knowing I have been made in the image and in the likeness of Him. He made His children to walk in the Ruach HaKodesh with confidence and without fear, but with strength and knowing. These haters, the worldly players, ain't got shit on us. They move out the way from in front of us. They want no part of us. And for good reason. If you're like me, if you know who your daddy is, you walk with that confidence, because it's not a boast in yourself. It's pure humility, which causes you to boast in Him alone. On that night, when my world changed and I was given the confidence that passes all understanding, I saw right here in chapter 6 that the people that the Messiah was mentioning, that He said had been taught by His Father, and His Father had drawn them to Him, and that by no way would He lose them from His hands. I saw that included me, and that the Abba had taught me, and that on that night the Messiah, with His two-edged sword coming out of His mouth, which is the understanding of the word of the Most High, He caused me to finally gain the understanding, the insight of the bread and the wine, the blood. Because before that night, I was like all other believers, quote unquote, who, when they thought of being washed in the blood of the Messiah, they pictured being covered in actual blood. But on that night, He opened my eyes and He showed me. He caused me to see. He caused my eyes to become open, to understand that it has nothing to do with literal blood. It has everything to do with why He died, with who killed Him, and that I'll face the same people, and that I might die for the same thing, and that because of who I am, because of who my Abba is, it's no sweat. Yes, they can kill the physical body and cause me pain, but because I am a son of the Most High, I understand that only my daddy can kill both body and soul. The fear I have for Him, the love and reverence I have for Him, which causes me to give all esteem to Him, makes me fearless of what man can do. It makes me in awe of what only Abba can do. Let's read that. Let's see if you can be blessed with the understanding, the confidence that I have been granted. Let's see if you're not like these candy-ass Christians, messianics, all religious types. Let's see if you're not like them who, when I made the video last night and I shared what had been revealed to me, the understanding and insight of Revelations 21 and 22, of the fact that it's parable, that the New Jerusalem is not a literal city, and that the key to overcoming is giving all esteem to the Most High. Those people who say they only want it plush, they have to have it sweet. They're going great places, but in actuality, they're only going right across the street. Those people, they'll never be able to see past the surface. They can't ponder heavenly matters because they only know earthly matters. They only labor for the bread that perishes, that has no value. It satisfies you for just a brief moment. The bread I'm going to read about gives you satisfaction on high. It leaves you full and satisfied for eternity. And to dwell with Abba Yahuwah, the Most High. Chapter 6, verse 25. These guys went searching for Yahusha after he fed the 5,000. Verse 25, and having found him on the other side of the sea, they asked him, Rabbi, when did you come here? Yahusha answered them and said, truly, truly, I say to you, you seek me, not because you saw signs, but because you ate the loaves and were satisfied. Do not labor for the food that is perishing, but for the food that is remaining to everlasting life, which the Son of Adam shall give you, for the Father, the Most High, has set his seal on him. So they said to him, what should we do to work the works of the Most High? Yahusha answered and said to them, this is the work of the Most High, that you believe in him whom he sent. So they said to him, what sign then would you do, so that we see and believe you? What would you do? Our fathers ate the manna in the wilderness, as it has been written. He gave them bread out of the heaven to eat. Yahusha fired back and said, truly, truly, I say to you, Moshe did not give you the bread out of the heaven, but my Father, my Abba, gives you the true bread out of the heaven. For the bread of the Most High is he who comes down out of the heaven and gives life to the world, the truth, the Torah. So they said to him, Master, give us this bread always. And Yahusha said to them, I am that bread of life. He who comes to me shall not get hungry at all, and he who believes in me shall not get thirsty at all. But I said to you that you have seen me and still do not believe. They weren't here for the miracles. They was just here for the bread. That's why they'll wind up dead. You best wake up. Verse 37, all that the Father gives me shall come to me, and the one who comes to me I shall by no means cast out, because I have come down out of the heaven, not to do my own desire, but the desire of him who sent me. This is the desire of Abba who sent me, that all he has given me, I should not lose of it, but should raise it in the last day. And this is the desire of him who sent me, that everyone who sees the Son and believes in him should possess everlasting life, and I shall raise him up in the last day. Therefore the Yahudim were grumbling against him, because he said, I am that bread which came down out of the heaven. And they said, is this not Yahusha, the son of Yosef, whose father and mother we know? How is it then, he says, I have come down out of the heaven. Yahusha fired back. Do not grumble with one another. I see that your panties are all twisted in a bunch. But check this out. No one is able to come to me unless the Father who sent me draws him, and I shall raise him up in the last day. It has been written in the prophets, and they shall all be taught by Yahuwah. Everyone then who has heard from the Father and learned comes to me. Not that anyone has seen the Father, except he who is from the Most High. He has seen the Father. Truly, truly. Check this out, I say to you, he who believes in me possesses everlasting life. I am the bread of life. Your fathers ate the manna in the wilderness, and they died. This is the bread which comes down out of the heaven, so that anyone might eat of it and not die. I am the living bread which came down out of the heaven. If anyone eats of this bread, he shall live forever. And indeed, the bread that I shall give is my flesh, which I shall give for the life of the world. Messiah is the Word. He's the truth. He brings understanding. That's what that two-edged sword is. That divides the marrow and the bone. He brings understanding of the Word to its fullness for you. And if you desire and diligently seek the truth in all its fullness, you are in no way content with living a little bit of a lie. You want none of a lie. You want all truth. When you want all truth, you find everlasting life. The Yahudim, therefore, were striving with one another, saying, how is this one able to give us his flesh to eat? Talking about cannibalism shit. Yahusha therefore said to them, truly, truly, check this out, y'all. I say to you, unless you eat the flesh of the Son of Adam and drink his blood, you possess no life in yourselves. He who eats my flesh and drinks my blood possesses everlasting life, and I shall raise him up in the last day. For my flesh is truly food, and my blood is truly drink. He who eats my flesh and drinks my blood stays in me, and I in him. As the living Father sent me, and I live because of the Father, so he who feeds on me shall live because of me. This is the bread which came down out of the heaven, not as your fathers ate the manna and died. He who eats this bread shall live forever. He said this in a congregation, teaching in Kephar Nahum. Therefore many of his taught ones, having heard, said, this word is hard. Who is able to hear it? That's what all you candy asses say, because you don't love the truth. Therefore you're blinded with that strong delusion. And you could take the blinders off at any time. But you love the lust and the cares of this world too much. You love that money, that bread that is perishing. And you mock and scoff those who only desire that bread that come down out of heaven from the Most High. But Yahusha, knowing within himself that his taught ones were grumbling about this, said to them, does this make you stumble? Are you guys really that big of dumbasses? What if you see the Son of Adam going up where he was before? It is the Spirit that gives life. The flesh does not profit at all. The words that I speak to you are spirit and are life. But there are some of you who do not believe, for Yahusha knew from the beginning who they were, who did not believe, and who would deliver him up. And he said, because of this I have said to you that no one is able to come to me unless it has been given to him by my Father. When I learned that night the true meaning behind eating the flesh and the blood, drinking the blood, the only reason I was given that understanding was because Abba Yahuwah brought me there, which gives me that confidence that will get me there to that set apart place, the Hakal, the dwelling place, the set apart mountain of Abba Yahuwah, the Most High, our wonderful Creator. Don't get it twisted. Get your panties untwisted. Grow up and move on from the milk, the teat, to solid food. Move on from the desires and lust and the cares of this world to things on high. Store your treasures in heaven, not down here where you will most certainly die. I love you. Shabbat shalom. For now, peace out. Gonna keep rocking it though. Rat-a-tat-tat. One comes out right after one smacks you between the eyes and exposes the bed of lies you lay in. If you continue to lay there, bye-bye.